Jesus. What is wrong with those cats? And they were not even fighting. Now it's when they're starting fight. Back to the story. So, forgive me for my nasally voice. I have a cold and it's taking me through the ghetto. So, that, kwanza nimeondoa hiyo kwa njia. We're back yet with another episode. Hey, we need to start that intro again. Hey Hunnies, hope you guys are doing amazing and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Rolland. So first of all, forgive me for my nasally voice. I am going through something health-wise, and this cold or this flu, hey, almost took me to my maker. Let me tell you, this flu has me down on my knees. But you know what? That's not gonna stop us from making another delicious, tantalizing meal. So for this episode, we're back with another episode of the how-to series. So I hit up my friends Zhao and Kirao to find out what's the one thing they've always wanted to know how to make, and this is how it went. This one is a guy who used to be in the same class in high school. Zhao. Sasa uko fiti? So I'm filming for YouTube. And I wanted to know what's the one thing you've always wanted to know how to make. Pilau. Good. Okay. Sawa basi. Kirao. Sasa. Niko poa kabisa. So, I'm filming for YouTube. And I wanted to know what's the one thing you've always wanted to know how to make. Kitu yote unaweza taka kujua kupika. What's the one thing? Pilau. So beef or chicken? Beef pilau. Yeah. Sawa basi. Thank you. So as you guys have heard, the one thing that both of them always wanted to know how to make is pilau. Now, this is the third pilau recipe on this channel, and I thought, because I've done a beef pilau, which was really outdated I did it last year but one. So, and I've also, when we started this series, in case you're new here, this is the how-to series where I basically hit up my friends and subscribers and ask them what's the one thing they've always wanted to know how to make, and then I put my own twist to it and make it and give them a new recipe on how to make their favorite dishes, So, since I've done two beef pilau, one beef pilau recipe and one chicken pilau recipe for this channel, I thought, why not just shake things a bit up, and make this recipe new in its own way. So we're not gonna be making this recipe on the stovetop, but rather introducing my newest gadget in the studio. Just give me a minute. Ta-da! Yes, so we're gonna be making this, just a minute. We're gonna be making my pilau. Let me just put it on top here. So we're gonna be making the pilau recipe in my Instant Pot. Now, my Instant Pot is signature Instant Pot. In case you guys didn't see that, oh my god, this thing is heavy. In case you didn't see that, can it really focus on the front camera? I don't know. But yeah, my Instant Pot is a signature Instant Pot. This is the 6-liter signature Instant Pot. In case you're new with these terms, an Instant Pot is the same as an electric pressure cooker. Yeah, these things can be used for anything else except pressure cooking cereals and stuff. You can actually saute and cook stuff in it. As you can see, I leave a picture here, so as I talk through this, you can actually see this. So my Instant Pot, oh my god, this thing is so heavy. It has a couple of functions. It has the bean function, stew, high steam, slow cook, whatever. So it has this function for rice and this function for saute, which makes it, Jesus, what is wrong with those cats? And they were not even fighting. Now it's when they're starting fight. Back to the story. So my Instant Pot, because it has the saute function and the rice preset, that makes it easy for me to actually use it to cook my pilau. However, there are Instant Pots or electric pressure cookers that don't have the rice function, or don't have most of them actually don't have the saute function. So what I see people doing is they usually use the manual cook and then they play around with the time. Now, for my Instant Pot, I want to mention this before I actually get into the video, before I show you the ingredients and everything. For my Instant Pot, it has both of those presets, yeah? The rice, so my Instant Pot is more or less like a smart Instant Pot. So depending on the amount of rice you put and the water quantity you put, it automatically selects. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll leave that picture here as I talk through this. But it has above the rice preset, it has a hard, perfect, and soft option. So depending on the amount of rice you put and the water you put, it automatically selects how to cook your rice. I hope I'm making sense, yeah? So that being said, at least you know you can't get raw rice, yeah? So that being said, I think I've mentioned everything else, yeah. So let me show you the ingredients and then can get started. It's a pretty simple, pretty quick recipe. It's one of those things where if you have this machine, trust me, it's a lifesaver. You just do chop, chop, chop. You go to shower. By the time you're coming back, food is ready. And you know we are millennials. We want chop, chop things because we're chasing the bag. Anyway, let me show you the ingredients, then you can get started. For the ingredients we're gonna be needing for this video, we're gonna be needing, this is 1.5 onions chopped. Now, I know you're wondering why I've soaked my onions. It's because I don't like the pungent taste of onions. Hence why I've soaked it, just to get rid of that onion taste. But I'll drain this water the moment I start cooking. The next thing, we have half kg of meat. I've removed the bones because, as you can see, let me just show you guys in a minute. My Instant Pot, the liner is non-stick, so I don't want it to be scratched by the bones. Hence why I'm doing only the meat without the bones, like the steak kind of meat. Make sure they also put for you some mafuta. I don't know if you guys can see, as it adds a bit of flavor to the meat, it makes the pilau a bit more juicy and not dry. So this we have, next here we have 3 cups of rice. By 3 cups, I mean this kind of cup. Now this cup comes with the Instant Pot, yeah? So you use this to measure. So I measure 3 of these for cooking the pilau. Then you have a thumb of garlic, 3 cloves of garlic and a thumb of ginger. I'm sorry. And then this onion is half an onion with soaked in water, in a water and vinegar mix. This is for our kachumbari, but that will come a bit later. And lastly, we have water. Now this water, this is cold water. Also, you see how we cook rice with the ratio 1:2, where you put 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water? Well, for a pressure cooker or an Instant Pot, it doesn't work like that. Since all the water is retained, your rice will become very soggy once you use that method. So what you do is you put the water and rice in the ratio of 1:1. So this is 3 cups of water, this is 3 cups of rice. I hope you get the gist of it, yeah? So moving on to the spices now, we have some cinnamon, we have some beef masala, we have some paprika powder, red paprika, we have some pilau masala. Now, I usually make my own pilau masala. I'll link the IGTV video in which I have posted on my Instagram page on how I make my own pilau masala, in case you're interested. This is curry powder, this is cumin seeds, this is coriander powder, and lastly, we have some black pepper. Now, as you have noticed, in terms of the spices, I haven't mentioned the quantities. This is because the exact recipe will be up on my blog. The link will be in the description box. That being said, let's start cooking. As you can see, the ingredients are pretty simple, pretty easy. But if you're allergic to spices or anything, just do away with majority of these. For the website, I'll leave both the full recipe, the original recipe, and in case you're allergic to a lot of spices, I mean you don't like your food very spicy, I will have left like a rundown recipe, you know, where you can just do the bare minimum, yeah? Just with like pilau masala and curry powder and some cumin seed, you'll be good to go, yeah? So let's start cooking. We're gonna start by turning on our Instant Pot. Now, as you can see, it's all plugged in, it's all ready to go. So we're gonna turn it on. So you see it has come on, yeah? So we're gonna select before we select any function, we're gonna take our meat, and because my inner pot it has a non-stick coating, I'm gonna be using a silicone spatula, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna take my meat, I'm gonna add it inside there before selecting any function, just turning it on and adding our meat. And then I'm gonna add some water, just not a lot of water, just like a sizable amount here. So I'm gonna add that in there just to cook the meat. And then now I can start selecting my functions. So I'm gonna come down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm gonna press the saute function. See, it gives you a preset of 20 minutes. So it blinks for 8 times and then it starts cooking. So within this 8, yes, when it does that, it started doing the countdown, yeah? So what you basically do is when it's blinking, it gives you a chance to change the preset. So now that it's started cooking, I can start adding my spices. So I'm gonna add some beef masala to it. Then I'm gonna add some coriander powder. I'm gonna add some black pepper. So as you guys can see, I've lowered you guys to a better angle, a lower angle. So our meat has started boiling, so we're just gonna give this a stir. So before that goes on a bit too long, we didn't add salt. I hope you guys remember that. So we're gonna do some salt. So you can cover the Instant Pot as it cooks, but you see this? I don't know if it will focus though. Yeah, you see there's release and the seal. Make sure when you're doing the saute and you want to cover your pot, it's on the release side, yeah, and not the actual seal side. Otherwise, when you put it when it's on the seal side, it won't open when you want to open, yeah. I hope it makes sense. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just gonna lightly just place it like that. Don't even bother like aligning the lid to the things or anything. So I'm just gonna leave that to cook, then we'll come and check on it when it's almost done. Water has all drained, so I want to brown the meat a bit. Also, you see this browning, I don't know if you guys can see, but that will give a rich color to a pilau. So you see, so yep, I'm loving this. I'm loving. Beautiful. Ooh. At this point, I feel like it's browned enough because I don't want it to burn. So we're gonna take our onions. Remember our onions? Gonna add our onions. Please remember it is still on saute function. We haven't changed the function yet, yeah? So we're gonna add our onions. In case you see this, the inner pot spinning, that's fine because it's not attached to anything inside the pot. So, and it's hot, so please do not touch this. Hold your Instant Pot using your handles, yeah? Yes. Hope the message is across the board. Just add some onions. Now you remember we had soaked our onions, so they have a bit of water. That's why you had it go a bit silent. It's trying to dissolve all the water first. So yeah, now that that's there, give that a few minutes to cook. We add some salt. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me try and move it a bit back. The timer is still blinking. We are currently doing 18 minutes and counting, yeah? So good. So as you can see, this is a pretty fast option to cooking because all this meat boiled with less than a minute, you know? And I didn't add hot water. That's how fast this meat is in terms of cooking, you know? Yeah. That's good. You see all the water is done now. So I'm gonna add some cooking oil. Extra virgin macadamia oil. So I'm gonna do that. A bit of that. Just give that a nice cooking oil. my garlic and ginger, add some curry powder. Just give this a quick stir. Because we don't want our garlic and ginger to burn, we're just gonna we're gonna add some water just to deglaze. Should get all that goodness out. But don't worry, we'll deglaze this before we add in our rice. We're gonna add our cumin. That's good to go. We're gonna add our rice, yeah. But before that, let's give this just 1 more minute. We're gonna add our rice. Gonna give this a quick stir. Our rice also has 1 bay leaf. This, as you can see. So don't wonder what that is. It's not dirt. It's a bay leaf. Now my cinnamon powder, just kidogo, just to boost the taste. And then the star of the show, my pilau masala. So my pilau masala is usually really strong, so I don't do a lot of it, so that will be good to go. So I just give this a nice stir. Now do this to make sure there are not any burn spots in your pot. We're gonna add our water. Make sure none is stuck at the bottom. Like the bottom is as clean as new. This is to help prevent burning. You can see it's already looking tantalizing. Delicioso. So now that I've scraped it nicely, as you can see, we had 7 minutes to spare, but we are gonna cancel now the saute function, so it goes back to 00. So I'm gonna take my lid now and I'm gonna place it on my Instant Pot. Make sure it's locked like that. Move the let me move this closer. Move this. You see it's at release. I'm gonna seal it now. So I was just confirming. As you can hear, the boiling has stopped. So I'm gonna pick my rice option now, my rice preset, and it's given me 12 minutes. So I'm gonna let that cook for 12 minutes. So we'll just give it time. It started cooking. So sorry guys, if it doesn't make that sound, then you know it hasn't started cooking. Yeah, it's building up the pressure. Also, if you haven't put your seal valve properly, it won't cook, it won't pressure cook. So it'll just stick here and it'll never give you that sound, and this time won't change. Yeah, so yeah, we'll give it the 12 minutes to cook and then we'll come back after the 12 minutes are done. The Instant Pot is finally done. As you can see, it's turned off and went to the keep warm function. I don't know if you guys can see that. See, you see this part is highlighted, this warm part. So that means it's done cooking and it's automatically going to keep warm. So if you ever cook your food with the Instant Pot and you're not available, once it's done, it'll still keep warm. And then here it indicates the number of hours it's been keeping warm. So now that it's done, there's an option where you can turn this nozzle. Let me just yeah, you can just turn the nozzle to release and mechanically mechanically release the pressure, but I want it to natural release so that it can cook without steam. So what you do is, once it's done cooking, so I usually switch it off just like that and let it release the steam while it's off. Yeah, so we'll come back once all the steam is gone. After those quick and easy steps, honeys, our pilau is finally done. Sharp. I mean, Mnaona utami. Mnaona? And because I'm a good person, niko na ile raw mzuri. Kiwa what? Kiwa pan.
I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, I need to hear that voice, cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust.
Simona kukatoto ni karembo. Huh? Mumeona mini husband material at this point. Pour a ring on the finger. Anyway, without wasting much time. I look tired, Aki. It's the homa. Without wasting much time, let's indulge it. Now, I want you guys to see, eh? Munaona venye mchele imeachana moja moja. Munaona? Ama niinue kamera na ndio sahani. Munaona? Nipate mmepika ugali. Aya. Please buy good quality rice also. I need to mention that. So, a little bit of pilau. Lazima niinue muone. A little bit of pilau. A little bit of some kachumbari. Na kiasi cha wakosti. I'm feeling vibes on vibes. I'm a ticking dynamite. Sweetie, 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 haikuwa rahisi. Okay, ilikuwa rahisi. You see, the thing with an Instant Pot, you see the way traditionally when you're making pilau, you have, if you're using a jiko, you have to put makaa, like makaa is charcoal for my foreign viewers, charcoal on top so that it can dry perfectly. Or when you're using the normal stovetop, you have to use foil paper, you know, to create that vacuum seal. Now with an Instant Pot, it does it all for you. You know, it just does the work for you. Your work is just... And then you see, you just change presets and that's it. Once you close, you put the preset for rice, it starts cooking, you can't open. It does everything for you. It distributes. And it doesn't burn. That's the best part. It doesn't burn. Because you know the water is retained inside the flask, like the vacuum space, because it doesn't go anywhere. And then for the best results, don't manually release the pressure. Just let it release itself naturally. That way, as it's releasing pole pole, the rice is also cooking, like becoming much more fluffier, you know. Yes, guys, but all I'd say, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The strong notes there are the cinnamon and the pilau masala. Oh my god, they really, really pop. So good. Oh, then you wash it down with some water. Hey. What more soft life do you want, by the way? What more soft life? What? So that is it, honeys, for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe in case you haven't. We got to 1,000 subscribers. But by the time I'm doing this, I know we'll have already hit like 1,010 or 20. But we already got to 1,000. That one, no, for a fact. We hit 1,000 on our anniversary, which was the 28th. Funny story, my baby just turned 4 years old. Oh my god. I feel like this is an anniversary dish. Man. And I want to say thank you to each and every person for supporting me, for always being a Asabi, for always trying out my recipes. Like, I don't take it for granted, guys. I'm so grateful for having each and every one of y'all joining my squad. So yeah, guys, until next time. First of all, before I forget, my Instant Pot is a 6-liter signature Instant Pot. Yes, it's the Signature Pro 6-liter electric pressure cooker. Second thing, the ratio of rice is 1:1. The ratio of rice to water is 1:1. You know? Third thing, once you put the rice preset and you close the lid, you can't open. Fourth thing, once you close the lid, please make sure the valve is turned to seal and not release. Otherwise, the pressure will not build. It will not cook. That's how my Instant Pot is programmed. Yeah, I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, guys, I think I passed everything along. And fifth, please let the pressure release naturally. Don't usiharakishe, hakuna haraka. Yeah? Plus, you've seen once it finishes cooking, it goes to automatically keeping warm the food. Keeping the food warm. Yeah? So your food doesn't go cold. So yeah, guys, I think this is the light from above is messing with, I don't know. So until next time, guys, remember life is too short to preparing food and it's never too late to learn a new skill. So bye, guys. Nanawapenda. I ain't never seen this fine babe with the rest of my face. Na 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 na. Anasemanga nini? Make a